All right, welcome back to Heater Fantasy Forecast. It is week 14 in the NFL season, which means playoff time. And if you happen to not make it into the playoffs, it's okay. I've got you covered. We are talking DFS lineups today. I got a cash lineup for you, and I got a GPP lineup for you. Either way, you're going to make some money. I am going to give you my actual lineups that I'm putting in this weekend, just so that you have an idea that I know what I'm talking about. In the future, I'm not going to give you my lineup every single week, but for right now, when we're starting out, you need to see that this guy knows what he's talking about. So we're going to start with a triple stack in our cash lineup: Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and Robert Tonyan. This is one of the most high-scoring games of the week, I'm guessing. It's going to be the Packers versus the Lions, but I think it's going to be a little lopsided. So there's no real need to bring it back with a Lions player, because it's going to be an ultimate massacre. Your running backs, we're going to get a little bit different than the usual running backs that everyone else is going to be playing, because this is a place where we can have some value so we can make different decisions later in our lineup. We're going to go with J.D. McKissic, because at 56 receptions on the season, he has more receptions than Corey Davis, Chase Claypool, or Julio Jones. This guy's going to get targeted early and often. And now that Antonio Gibson's not going to even be playing, he's going to even get a couple more catches. David Montgomery, he killed it for us last week, and he is going to be an extreme value play this week again at 6,500. I don't know who's making these choices on what they're costing, but they missed out on this one. He's going against Houston's 31 ranked run defense. Don't ask questions, just play him. We already mentioned Corey Davis. Might not have as many catches as J.D. McKissic, but he is quietly being much more productive than A.J. Brown has been these past few weeks. And he has been heating up, and now he's on fire. Moving on to Cam Sims. Cam Sims is a cheap wide receiver that gives you tons of room to spend money on that triple stack we talked about, and who has become a recent favorite target of Alex Smith whenever he chooses to go deep. Jonathan Taylor. Now, I know he has burned us in the past. This pick is a little risky, but Taylor has given us 2 straight weeks. Well, almost. He did have that little COVID scare right in the middle, but 2 weeks where he has given us double-digit production. It looks like he has finally earned a top spot in the team's running back rotation and will look to take advantage of a hapless Las Vegas Raiders run defense. Lastly, we've got Seahawks defense. They're cheap. They're 3,000, and they have looked much better in the last few weeks, but there's going to be that season bias of the horrible way they started. So nobody's going to play them, and they get to play the Jets. And the Jets make anyone look good. So that is our cash lineup. And I think if you try it, you're going to like it. As far as our GPP lineup, and for those who are new to this game, we're talking your tournament lineups or your grand prize pool. So we are going to stack Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson. Kirk Cousins has just been on fire recently. And as hard as it is as a Washington football fan to support Cousins, he has been blowing it up there. And Justin Jefferson has recently emerged as his wide receiver 1. Now, this is going to be a good contrarian stack for you because, like we said, everybody's going to want to play Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. Or they're going to want to go back to Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen, who had a bad week last week. So everyone's like, oh, this is a great contrarian play. No, it's not. Everyone's thinking the same thing. Don't do it. Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson. And then you can bring it back with another contrarian pick, Ronald Jones. He has been secretly successful this season. No one's going to play him. And he was going to be able to run against the Vikings defense. No problem. The one player that you do want to pick out of the Packers-Detroit Lions game is Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is going to absolutely destroy the Lions line. So even though we did the stack in the other one, he is going to be successful here. In week 2, when they played the Lions last, he scored over 48 points. Let's hope for the same. Keenan Allen. Yes, I said you don't want to play that whole stack, but this is as close as you're going to get to a guaranteed contrarian pick. All right, because it's not Devontae Adams, it's not DK Metcalf, but Keenan Allen is still going to get over 10 targets this week, and he is going to be able to bounce back from last week in this bend and always break Atlanta defense. Once again, stick with Corey Davis and Cam Sims like we did in our last lineup because they're still good contrarian picks. And lastly, play Cole Kmet, cheap option tight end for the Chicago Bears. He has, in the last couple of weeks, become their official tight end 1 in their offense. He just scored double-digit points last week, and I think he will have a good enough game that you can make up for his $2,900 salary. And so all you really need is 10 points from him. That's it. Totally doable. Keep Seahawks defense right in there, and you should be golden. All right, well, feel free to copy. Feel free to take it. Put it right in your lineups. Make some money this weekend. If you disagree, tell me. Put it in the comments. Give me your best lineup, and we'll compare notes. We'll see how it goes. See you next week.